It's joined here by my friend ahead of a massive super fight that's going to be taking over Madison Square Garden. We were all talking about it. We were all waiting for it to be announced, and now it is official.
Coconut juice.
Javier Mendez joins me here as he's ordering, it seems like, a coconut juice in Thailand ahead of a massive JDM Islam Makhachev fight, which is now official. Javier, you're visiting Mike Swick, your old friend.
Yes, old, loyal, respected, beautiful friend, Mike Swick. Yes, in Thailand, aka Thailand, most beautiful gym in the world. Everybody should come here. It's you want to have a vacation and train awesome Muay Thai, awesome atmosphere. Come to aka Thailand, Phuket.
And you lose a lot of weight quickly as well, so it's great for cutting weight because it's so hot over there.
You lose a lot of weight. Except for me, I don't train. I just lift weights.
That's it, dude. You got to Brock Lesnar these guys. Who cares about looking slim when you can be so muscly?
Who cares?
Who cares? Hey, let me ask you this. The big fight's official. It's happening at Madison Square Garden. JDM is taking on Islam Makhachev, your man. How does it feel now that it's official?
It feels great. I love the opportunity for Islam to, create a legacy fight like he's always wanted, like what he was waiting for to do. Now that it's come through, now it's up to him to, go out and prove that he can become, one of the greats by winning the welterweight title, in incredible fashion against an incredibly tough opponent that we can't overlook, because if we do, it will not go our way. This guy's very good everywhere, mentally, physically, technically, in good coaching, you name it. This guy has everything in his corner going for him. That's fantastic. I saw the odds, and we're favored by a little bit more than I think we should be. But regardless, that's the odds. Who cares? Bottom line is, we as coaches know we have a super tough fight in front of us with the fighter that can do it all. And it's just going to be a matter of how we can make him break and how we can stop him from utilizing any of the mistakes we may make, So let's see. But we have a very tough opponent in front of us. Super excited to be at Madison Square Garden. Also for Islam, because he's never fought there. So what greater way than to fight iconic in the iconic stadium with a soon-to-be iconic fighter.
Dude, that's pretty nice to see him get this Madison Square Garden fight, because I know he's wanted the welterweight thing for a while now, and he gets to do it at Madison Square Garden, so that's well deserved. And you mentioned the odds. We have Islam at $1.39, JDM $2.92, and that translates to plus 225 for JDM, and Islam at minus 265 in the States.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned how the odds are pretty stacked right there. Wow.
I don't believe those odds. I'm sorry. It's a lot tougher fight than what the odds are saying. I'm not going on that. You get caught up with that stuff. That's when it could go bad. Just think about the people that were like 15 or 20 to 1, and all of a sudden they go out there and get their butt kicked, underestimating their opponent. It's dumb. I'm not underestimating this guy. If anything, it's a 1% advantage for us type fight. That's the way I want to look at it.
Yeah, remember Buster Douglas 90 to 1 against Mike Tyson? That was a crazy odd too. Hey, what is your plan right now? When are you going to link up with Islam, and what is the training plan from what you know so far?
From what I know, originally I was supposed to go to Dagestan, and Habib said, "No, coach, I'm the old guy now. They just want to give me a lot of time to rest, and they know I love Dubai, so they said, hey, coach, why don't you just stay in Dubai, and we'll come to you September 14th. We'll start training camp, and for Usman fight October 3rd, and then from there we'll do Umar's fight October 25th in Abu Dhabi in the UFC, and then from there we'll take off to New Jersey for Islam's fight." I said, okay, that's fine. Whatever they want me to do, I'm gonna do. I've been there, done it all. So for me, I'm the backup guy. I'm wherever my guys need me. Those guys are my family. My whole AK family, the Magomedov family. It's all one and the same to me. So I fit in where they need me to fit in. I'll chime in when I need to chime in. And if things aren't broken, I'm not trying to fix it. But very excited about it.
No backup, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to see you get in there and get your hands on Islam. What do you What are you hearing about him training now that we're going into welterweight, right? Because he gets to consume more calories. He gets to be a
Yeah,
little bit bigger. What are you hearing from
yeah.
Khabib and the camp about how different it feels for him?
It's well, when I saw him over a month ago, he looked very big, very fit, very strong. And I really liked that. And I saw some of the training videos of him running up the hill with the vest and stuff. So right on track. Islam has always been, the kind of fighter that you just wind them up, tell them what to do, and let them go. And that's exactly what's happening here. He does his own. You don't need to motivate him. You just need to tell him what you want, and he'll go out and do it. I'm very happy to see the progress he's making because I do see it, and he's a different kind of guy. As you notice, him and Habib, they're different. Islam isn't Habib, Habib isn't Islam. So a lot of the characteristics of what they do or what they don't do, they're different, but they're also very funny in their own way. Islam's got some really funny sayings that really catch on, but they're different approach. They're not the same kind of approach. But
Mm.
in regards to the training, both of those guys have always, since I've known them, I met Islam in 2014, Habib 2012, and from 2014 till then, I've been with Islam every camp.
It's insane, man, because also, Islam, he's been conditioned to be at this weight class as well for so long. It's going to be so interesting to see how his body reacts on the fight night, being able to consume extra carbs, to be a little bit bigger. Like, what do you think
Yeah.
is the biggest strength for him being able to go up to this weight class?
I think the biggest thing on our side is he's very, very strong, very
Really?
strong. So yes, he's super, super strong. Out of all my lightweights, he is the strongest one out of all of them. I don't recall one lightweight stronger than him. Not even close. He's the strongest. So out of everybody I have, he's the guy that has the best opportunity to be able to handle the strength of the bigger guys.
Hmm. It's interesting. I caught up with Coach Ben Vickers, and JDM's camp has so much respect for you, Islam, and the team. They believe that obviously, JDM is their fighter. They believe that in this fight, JDM has a good chance of catching Islam on the feet, and because JDM is so powerful, he could maybe stop Islam. I just want to get your perspective on it. How do you rate JDM striking, and how do you feel like they match up with Islam striking?
His striking is very, very good. It's very diverse, and he's very powerful with every strike. I mean, he can hurt you with anything. He can hurt you with a kick, a knee, left hook, right hand, right uppercut, left hook, you name it. The guy's got the total arsenal to be able to put you down. So I am definitely fully aware of what he can do, and also the longer it stands, there's always a good chance he's going to get hit. We're going to get hit, so the longer it stands, the worse it can get for somebody. At some point or another, the guys like this, they're both volume kind of precision strikers. So we just have to make sure that he doesn't land any of the bombs. And it could happen because of the way he does it. He's not a one type guy. He's a 1, 2, 3, 4 type. Then rechambers and comes back again, and he'll switch his style while he's punching you. He's switching. So you're going from orthodox to southpaw back to orthodox, all while striking, and that's extremely impressive. Very, very impressive. I'm extremely impressed with them, and obviously, when I say I'm extremely impressed by them, that means I better work even harder because we actually have a real opponent, and we have to make sure we get everything right because this is the individual that can make our night a very bad night if we don't do our homework. And I'm definitely doing my homework. I'm watching
Mm.
him. I'm actually, for the first time in a long time, I'm actually watching the video of an opponent, even though I just watch him one time, but not this guy. I'm actually, believe it or not, I watched it 2 times already, the whole fight. And I never used to. So this is how much I respect them. He's a legit contender, and I know I have the best pound for pound fighter in my heart, in my eyes, but we still need to be on top in order to stay on top, and we need to respect someone like Jack and give him the due respect by giving him every ounce of my energy to how good he is and what we need to do to not allow his strengths to overcome our potential weaknesses that he may expose.
Mm. When was the last time you think you watched this much tape for an Islam fight?
Never, never,
Really?
never, never. I
Wow.
never watched tape by for Islam. I never. This is the first time because I respect this guy that much, and he's a puzzle. He's not that easy. I'm telling you, he's not that easy. So you know, we'll get him. I believe we'll get him, but he's not that easy. And I have to be confident that we'll get him, because if I don't believe that I'll get him, then what's the point of watching the videos, right? We can't get him. No, we'll get him. We'll get him. It's just very difficult because he's so damn good.
When you think about how you guys get him, is it a scenario where it finishes out on the ground, in your opinion, or do you think, you know, Islam might be able to surprise some people and actually catch him on the feet as well?
We can do it all. So for me, it's one of those scenarios that let's see what he gives us. And remember, I always say we can change Islam, you know, second to second, minute to minute, round by round. So I'm prepared to go 5 rounds like that. So if we need to do that, we will do that. And Islam will do that, because whenever Habib tells him to do something, or I tell him, or you know, Magomed or Saif Safula, you know, Magomed's actually doesn't work the corner, but Saif Safula does, or Magomed, the boxing coach, you know, and he'll do it. He's always listened to us. He's never not listened to us. He's one fighter I can honestly say is the greatest fighter that I've ever trained that actually listens to corner advice more than anybody. I'm not saying he's the greatest fighter I've had, but he's pretty damn close to is that. But he's the listener that I've ever had, for damn sure.
Yeah, JDM did an interview just, I think, this week, and he broke down that he believes Islam's stand-up is a little bit easier to deal with than Bilal's, because Islam has more of a traditional style for his stand-up. Do you feel like people are kind of missing some of the X factors that Islam brings with his striking?
If he's saying that, I hope that he goes in believing that, because when he gets in there with Islam, you're going to find out a whole different story, because I'm sorry, they're completely different. And by no means is Islam an easy for anybody to understand that. No, any MMA fighter that's a striker, that's not going to have an easy time with him. I've been with this kid like going on 11 years, watching him just destroy everybody on the stand-up, guys that are much better stand-up than him, and he still destroys them. So no, don't go by what you see. When you get in there with that man, it's a whole different ballgame.
You know what's interesting as well? So Craig Jones, he's coming into JDM's camp for a couple of months, and you guys have this history, right? Like, he helped out Alex, trying to get him ready for Islam. Now he's helping out JDM and getting him ready for Islam. Isn't it funny how, like, there's this thing where you guys are kind of constantly respectfully competing against each other? It's so interesting.
Yeah, you know, I met Craig a few times. I met him with Sheikh Maktoum and Rashid, and he's a good guy. And I was
Yeah.
laughing because I was talking to Sheikh Rashid, and I saw this very beautiful girl walking through the mall. And so I'm looking at this beautiful girl, and I'm not paying attention to the guy, but I said, that's a pretty tough guy. And then they came back around, and it was Craig Jones. And Sheikh Maktoum and Rashid ratted me out. So Craig Jones says, "Hey, sorry, I heard you looking at my girlfriend." I go, "Oops." I like looking at people, so hey, it's nothing intended there. It's just for fun. That's it.
Um, I was talking to Robert Whitaker just a couple of days ago, and he believes that JDM's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu game is slept on, and that could be the X factor in this fight with Islam. Have you guys taken much of a look at JDM's ground game? What do you think JDM brings on the ground?
He brings on the ground a good ground. Why say I keep moving, right? I keep screwing it up. He
Sorry,
has a
man.
really good ground game, and having Craig Jones with him is, you know, an exceptional world class grappler. That's a great teacher, and he's been in the game, you know, and he's been training a top level people, world champions. So Craig Jones is very formidable. But you know, in my opinion, on my end, I have the greatest of all time. You know, being the grappling ace for us, and that's Habib. So when it comes to grappling, I don't care, because I have the best in my coaching staff. So I could care less who they have, because I have the best.
Hey, I just want to quickly bring this up. Obviously, you guys are completely focused on JDM, but it was interesting because Khamzat Chimaev, leading into his middleweight title win, actually spoke about wanting to come back down to welterweight, wanting to verse JDM, but of course it would be Islam if he becomes champion. How crazy would that fight be down the track, Islam versus Khamzat? Especially, you mentioned grappling, especially after what we saw from Khamzat against DDP just like a few weeks ago.
I don't know. I don't give much thought to that, because it hasn't happened. And you know, Hamzat's a huge guy to begin with. And I just say let him enjoy his great victory, and let's see what happens from there. But there's a lot of fish for him and the other divisions, you know. And for us, let us get by JDM first before we can do any talking like that. I don't want
I
to
know.
talk about anything till we get by JDM. JDM is to be respected.
Yeah. I know you mentioned that, down the track, maybe 3 weights, maybe Islam could be the first guy to get that middleweight belt. I mean, you're focused on JDM, but what do you reckon, man? Do you
Um,
reckon one day
the,
maybe before it's all said and
the
done?
the
Would you like to
the
still see
guy
the
I thought
middleweight?
the guy I thought that could have done it easily was Habib. With Islam, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, and I'm not sure what Islam wants either. You know, and I know Habib had the ability, but Habib didn't want that either. So, a combination of both, right? So I don't know what Islam wants. I know Islam wanted the welterweight fight for legacy fight, so I know that. Um, Once I can talk to him more at length, as you know, if things go well for us, how what he would want to do, then I can see. But for me to make, oh yeah, we can do this, then I'm really speaking out of turn, because you know, if you ask me what I think, then maybe I can say what I think, and you know, but I don't know what he wants.
What do you think?
What I think is, I think he defends the title at welterweight and see how he feels there. And if he feels strong and comfortable, then play it in the air. But I think he, you know, he needs to, you know, stay at welterweight and defend it a few times there, you know, to become even more respected, because then you're not just jumping up in weight, you're sticking there and you're doing your thing. And then the other thing too that I think is,
Mhm.
if the UFC wants to put, if Topuria keeps staying on top, I think we should fight that fight.
Guys, if you're looking for the best VPN in the game, hit the link in the description below and try out IPVanish VPN. They are giving you guys a crazy 83% off. That's right, 83% off. Have a look over here. That's only $2.19 a month that starts at. Check that out. These are the options that you have, and you guys get that 3 gigabyte eSIM data gift and a 30-day money-back guarantee if you try it today. It is, of course, blazing fast. There is no logs, advanced encryption. It's truly unlimited. There are so many benefits to having a VPN. If you guys want to watch all of your favorite shows, if you guys want to check out all of the different events from around the world that might not be featured in your country, if you guys want deals on flights and products and all sorts of other things, IPVanish VPN really has you sorted. So do me a favor, click below right now. You support the program when you do. Give this thing a try. 83% off, one of the best VPNs in the game right now. So affordable. Don't worry about having to pay $30, $40 for a VPN. Have one today for as cheap as that. 83% off. My gosh, IPVanish has you sorted. If you're a submission radio watcher, fan, listener, click on the description below and get started on IPVanish today. You think that one at lightweight, back to lightweight, or would you like to see Topuria come up to welter?
Whatever Islam wants, whatever the UFC wants, it could come down to Islam, but not me. I mean, so from that one, I would say that whatever they want.
I'll
But
tell
I
you.
would like to see that fight, to be honest with you, because too much has been built up on that, and Topuria passed the test of what he needed to do. Now it's just a matter of, you know, can the UFC see the dollar signs that one would create if Islam is to become successful? But we've got to be successful first. So for me, that's what I would want to see.
I wonder if Topuria will still be champ. I mean, he's got maybe a Paddy Pimblett or a Justin Gaethje next. Do you like Topuria's
Yeah,
chances against those guys?
yeah, for sure, 100%. I see him beating both of them.
Well, I'll tell you, man, this is exciting times for the team. Hey, by the way,
The
with
guy I see
Khabib,
him
so
having problem is Armin Sarukin.
Armin, do you think Armin's the only hard
That's his
fight for
hard
him right
fight.
now?
That's his real tough test, in my opinion, Sarukin.
Hmm.
And if you want to come after someone like Islam, then passing a Sarukin test is a great indicator that, you know, that you can go at Islam in the right way. But if you can't get by Sarukin, then what's the talk about Islam for?
Well, dude, congratulations to being back there. And again, make sure to check out, if you're ever in Thailand, aka Thailand, visit Mike Swick. Check out the
Not if
great
you're
gym.
ever
Have a
in
holiday.
Thailand, just tell them to come to AK Thailand. Have a great holiday. Have great Muay Thai. Have great reception people. Have great Muay Thai trainers. Come learn from the best. AK Thailand. That's what they need to do.
Right around the corner as well from Australia. Check it out. And there he is again. Javier Mendez. I'm excited, my friend. Have a good camp. We'll catch up before then, I'm sure, and have a good time in Thailand.
All right, buddy. Thank you. All right, we'll talk.